All right, McKenna, just talk about a great win against I know it's a program you have a lot of respect for, and of course, great history with Cincinnati, the rivalry. Just talk about today and what went right.
Yeah, I think we did a really good job coming out and staying steady as long as possible. We did a good job executing our game plan and what we wanted to do. We served really tough, got them out of system. Their service was struggling at times, and we executed and we put pressure on that. And I think that's really important, and it's proven that if we can keep our serves and if we can pass well, we're going to win a lot of games that way.
Talk about that winning kill. What kind of emotionally was going through your mind once you scored that?
Mm-hmm. I think it was definitely it was a good kill. I'm glad it. More I was like, oh gosh, we're done. Good, got it, finally. But I've been working on a few things in the back row, and I think it would kind of click that last swing, so that was really nice to see. And I think it's important that we keep working towards clicking to find something new, learning something new every time.
Speak to your technique when you go for a ball, because you're going to be a coach. You're going to be teaching these techniques now. My laptop found out how fast your ball can go. Just talk about the development of your technique and how you develop power and speed with your technique and staying consistent with your technique.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think it's how strong you are or how much weight you can lift in the weight room or stuff like that, but it's how fast you swing that arm. It's like a lever. The faster you can swing it at that sweet spot is very important. So getting the ball out in front of you is a really important key. So players that might not have that sweet spot figured out yet is where they might struggle. So I think if you can figure out your sweet spot and keep swinging that arm fast is really key.
With about 4 games left, what's like the energy on the team? Is there anything you still feel like you really want to accomplish? Looking towards postseason, kind of what's on the team as well?
Yeah, well, I think there's one thing we all want to accomplish. It's kind of the elephant in the room. Senior night, all that kind of jazz. I think it's coming down to the wire. And the elephant's getting bigger and bigger. I think we can see where our goal is, and we can see that it's right in front of us, and it's up to us to go out there and execute on that senior night on Friday. But we have a few more games left, and it's just one game at a time. We're doing a really good job of focusing on the team that we have in front of us while still keeping the elephant in the room in the back of our brains. We're doing a good job having fun in practice. We're doing a good job of staying focused when we need to, and we're doing a good job of continuing to get better at something or focusing on something every day. We're not going to make huge gains at this point in the season, but we can fix little things here and there.
Speak to the growth of Caitlin Grimes and Chloe, what you've seen from where they were last year to where they are now.
I said from the beginning of this year that our serve and pass was going to be the key and what was going to make us rise to every occasion, and they are that. They are our serving group, they're our passing group, and Chloe and Caitlin both showed up and showed that they can serve very well. They both showed that they can pass very well, and that yes, even if they have a target on their backs, when they're passing, they can execute that ball very well. They put a ball up for us because our offense is so powerful this year. Without them, we don't have an offense, so I think they're doing a great job. They're our foundation of this group, and I think that they need to know that.
With 2 new signees this weekend and talking about the growth of your teammates and senior night coming up, what kind of emotions come up when thinking about the future of the program as they enter a new conference?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting year next year. It's going to be a lot of change and a lot of adapting to a new schedule, new teams, new scouting reports, new everything. Everything's going to just be new. We're an old team this year, so it's going to be a very tough rebuilding year. But I think these girls can handle it. The 2 or 3 that we have coming in next year are going to do a really great job of adding skill to our offense already. They're going to do a great job, and I think we're going to have a great leadership group that we've been building the last few years, and they're going to push this program into a great direction and a good positive first step in the Big 12.
You all got together afterwards to watch women's soccer win in PKs against NC State. I know you're close with some of the players on the soccer team. They're close, they support you, you support them. Softball with the success track. Talk about the success of all the women's sports here that's been going on with softball hosting regionals and your success and women's soccer success and the bond. It seems like there's a bond with all of you as student athletes. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think we do a great job of supporting each other, and I think it's really apparent that the women's sports at UCF is the top sport. I think a lot of people look at maybe the flashy sports, but they don't realize how important the women's sports are doing right now. We're going out and winning championships year after year. We're being ranked year after year. Softball has grown year after year. And that shows, and I think it's really important to be recognized, not only in the university, but outside as well. We're doing such a great job. And I think because we're doing a good job, we're really staying together and we're really pushing for the women's sports here at UCF, and I think they're doing a great job of saying, yep, we deserve it year in and year out. It doesn't matter who or what or where, but we're going out and we're putting up numbers every year, and some sports on our teams aren't doing that, but women's sports consistently continue to win.